So that 11 of Justin Haley, we mentioned it a couple times now, but you're going to see him take the green flag, then come down pit road all by himself. That's a penalty that NASCAR is enforcing after some inspection. That could be a big penalty if it runs green. If he's lucky enough to get a quick yellow, he'll be right back in the pack.
Yeah, he's not very healthy in points right now. He could get no stage points without a caution.
The pace car's dived on the pit road. About to go green here. The field comes. 40 cars roll through the trial under control of flagman Matt Leidick. He waves the green flag as we're underway and running for today's Sparks 300. Takes these cars a while to get up to speed. They run really tall gears to get around this racetrack.
See already the 22 car of Austin Cindric, he jumped to the outside. Thinks the better run is coming from the outside. I think he's right. They're very organized up there.
Back down to the bottom. That's going to allow the 7 of Algar back to the outside of the 22. Not a lot of help. Josh Berry closing in on the back bumper of Cindric.
See at the top of your screen, that's Justin Haley serving the penalty we spoke of, turning left, coming down pit road as the field goes through the trial. I expect that 11 to not lose a lap, but absolutely lose the pack. Most important thing right here, Jeff, don't make it worse. Don't speed. I don't care if you have to run a mile an hour under. Just let's make a second trip down pit road.
Yeah, no speeding penalty. Again, if he gets a caution, no big deal, but if he doesn't get a caution, they will come back around him and lap him. See, Cindric's picked up that bottom line. Josh Berry with a big push down the back straightaway. Remember, in the Xfinity Series, a couple special rules. You cannot lock bumpers. You can hit each other. You run up there behind the guy and hit him, but if you stay locked onto that bumper, NASCAR is going to black flag you. They make that rule. They don't want bump drafting because of the wrecks that it causes.
And also out of bounds, that double yellow line at the bottom of the racetrack, that's out of bounds. You cannot go down there to advance your position. You also can't force somebody down there to save your position. NASCAR can black flag either person. As we see the one of Josh Berry change positions again back to the top of the racetrack.
Yeah, I think Josh wanted to get up there with his teammate, Justin Algar. Got right up in front of him. Now he's got, look at that outside line. You got 3 Junior Motorsports cars behind Austin Cindric.
AJ trying to get a little side draft off the 22, but the 1 car also side drafting AJ. AJ draws him back. Cindric clears into the lead.
It's a lot of 2x2, but relatively calm. A few guys changing lanes, Dale, but overall, seems like all of the front guys reasonably content. As I say that, Josh Berry pulls to the bottom of the racetrack. Last week's winner, trying to keep the momentum going.
How about Josh Berry? You mentioned it one last week. Short track ace, short track races around the country. Love this guy. It's proven if you win on the short tracks, you can get a shot. And then when he got a shot, he's executed, taking advantage of it, Marty.
And Jeff, I'm sure you can put yourself in the shoes of Michael Annett, the normal full-time driver for the 1 car. Probably tough to see your car win and you not be in it, even though he's certainly happy for his race team. But Mike Bumgardner, the crew chief for this team, did a terrific job this week, and he pulled Annett aside and said, listen, that is as much your win as Josh Berry's win. That was your sim information. That was your setup in that race car. You contributed to that win. We ran the same setup you ran there in March, so take pride in that win. That wasn't Josh Berry's win. That was your win and his win. So some good words from Mike Bumgardner.
One thing to keep your eye on, a lot of drivers are starting to bail out on this inside line. See drivers jumping to the outside. They want to drag this line to the outside. They want it single file, a little bit safer racing. Enough cars on the bottom, though, right now they're not going to be able to pull that off. But the more cars get in that top, the more difficult the bottom's going to become. We talked about bump drafting. See right here, Brett Moffitt right behind the 10 car, Jeb Burton. Little contact right there, knocks Jeb sideways. Good save by Jeb.
Yeah, I was going to mention Brett Moffitt. I ran into him down on the grid. Remember, he was out of that car for a couple weeks. I just asked him how he was feeling. He was out due to a medical issue. He said he was back to 100%. It's great to see him back in this car. I think he's an exciting driver, right? Takes one of those perhaps not fully funded race teams and runs up front consistently with some of the bigger names and bigger teams.
This outside lane, guys, I said it a minute ago, it's gotten even more for him. See all the guys on the bottom starting to try to side draft, try to find a hole in that outside.
I think as long as Josh Berry is able to pull that inside line up and be relatively close to the front, maybe those guys in that line will not bail. Once it starts sliding back, though, once they start losing speed, losing positions, they'll give up on it, or you'll go to the back.
Got 3 Gibbs cars lined up on the bottom.
They're just running out of numbers on that inside line. More cars in line are going to run faster.
And as a driver and a spotter, you want to always be looking when that outside lane gets formed. But in that situation, Cindric on the bottom, that could help that inside line. But in that situation, Junior, I didn't really see an opportunity for the guys to know that outside was going to start getting formed up.
I love what Josh Berry was thinking. He said, Cindric, you're going to block me. I'm going to try to jump up in front of Allgaier. He's unable to do it, but that backed him right up to the front bumper, that 16 of Allmendinger. And now Berry's going to have a huge run down the backstretch. Will take the lead. Look at that run.
Now he's got to protect one lane or the other. They're going to close in on him really, really quickly. He can box in that outside line, force them to push him.
And if he stays on the top, which he doesn't, it would have really hurt those guys on the bottom.
Pretty fortunate there. He had room to get down. I was afraid they might get him stuck 3 wide in the middle.
Completing lap 8. 53 miles into this race. We'll be back with more.